Alright, this is a summary of the book series based on the information you gave me. This book series presents a full theoretical framework called. The main goal of this theory is to bring together numerical symmetry with symbolic coherence to help us understand numerical patterns better. TNSSC not only offers new ways to solve old math problems in number theory, algebra, and geometry, but it also connects to many other fields, with uses in physics, chemistry, biology, art, architecture, and cryptography. This series is made to be a deep, layered exploration, starting from basic ideas all the way to advanced uses and future research. This first volume is the foundation for the whole series. The early chapters explain its history, including ancient civilizations, and its philosophical basics about the nature of numbers and the importance of symmetry in nature. This volume also outlines, showing its importance in math and its potential for future growth. Readers are introduced to the two main pillars of this theory. This volume starts to explore basic patterns, including arithmetic, geometric, and harmonic sequences, and symmetric shapes, tiling patterns, and fractals. It ends with examples of how TNSSC is used and applied in math and other fields like physics, chemistry, biology, and art. The second volume goes deeper into arithmetic patterns and introduces algebraic patterns. Going beyond the basics, this volume looks at and its uses in number theory, like Diophantine equations, calculus, and other fields like cryptography and computer science. New ideas are introduced, namely the discussion expands to advanced topics like symmetric functions and recurrence relations in higher dimensions, which have implications in algebraic geometry and combinatorics. Like the previous volume, this book presents case studies on how these patterns are used to solve complex math problems and their relevance in physics, computer science, and engineering. The third volume focuses deeply on the geometric and symbolic patterns introduced in Volume 1. It explores high-dimensional symmetry groups relevant to theoretical physics. Advanced topics like for example, multifractals, are also discussed in detail. It deeply analyzes techniques like This volume specifically highlights the important applications of symbolic patterns including. It shows how geometric and symbolic patterns can be applied together to solve problems in various fields, from number theory to computer science and engineering. This final volume focuses on broader practical applications and the future of TNSSC theory. It presents a deep analysis of TNSSC's application in quantum mechanics, molecular symmetry, and biological structures and fractal patterns in nature. It discusses the next steps for this theory, including its into a more solid mathematical framework, a comparison analysis with other theories, and potential developments driven by new technologies. The importance of research is also emphasized. It suggests ways to integrate TNSSC into educational curricula to inspire students, complete with the development of learning resources. The series concludes with a reflection on the journey and legacy of TNSSC, which has opened new paths in research and inspired a new generation of researchers. The hope is that TNSSC will continue to grow and make positive contributions to science and technology. Overall, the book series, Numerical Symmetry and Symbolic Coherence Theory, is a monumental work that aims to build, analyze, and spread a new theory connecting the beauty of symmetry with symbolic meaning in the world of numbers and patterns. Based on the given source, the Numeric Symmetry and Symbolic Coherence Theory, TNSSC, is a theoretical framework that combines the symmetry of numbers with the harmony of symbols. Its goal is to help us understand number patterns more deeply. The philosophical and mathematical foundations that unite these two concepts can be explained like this. The philosophical basis of TNSSC starts from a deep understanding of the basic nature of numbers, patterns, and symmetry in the universe. This foundation combines both concepts by exploring the deeper meaning behind number structures. From a philosophical perspective, TNSSC discusses the basic nature of numbers and the impact of the number patterns that appear. This symbolic interpretation is really important for understanding the basic nature of numbers from a philosophical viewpoint. A main pillar of this philosophy is the discussion about the importance of symmetry in nature, which forms the basis for the concept of numeric symmetry. This framework as a whole investigates the philosophical impact of number patterns. Symbolic interpretation also has a significant philosophical impact, especially in how we understand numbers and their meanings. Mathematically, TNSSC combines numeric symmetry and symbolic coherence by applying them in various fields of mathematics to provide new insights into old problems. The mathematical basis of numeric symmetry specifically comes from. This concept is mathematically defined with great precision and includes various types of symmetry like reflectional, rotational, and translational symmetry. The mathematical basis of symbolic interpretation is found in which is used for pattern analysis, like. These methods are applied to various mathematical operations and expressions to uncover deeper meaning or structure. Both concepts are combined through their use in various branches of mathematics to provide new insights. TNSSC is used for analysis in short, TNSSC is united by and by like number theory, algebra, and geometry. Have you ever noticed the hidden patterns that shape our world? From the spiral of a seashell to the rhythm of your favorite song, the universe speaks in a language beyond words, the language of numbers and symbols. This silent code is everywhere, in the timing of traffic lights, the layout of a keyboard, and the structure of a snowflake. Understanding this language unlocks a deeper reality, one that has driven human discovery for thousands of years. Ancient mathematicians didn't just play with numbers, they were figuring out the code of the universe. Recognizing patterns lets us predict, build, compose, and even understand life itself. Numbers give us tools to measure and count. Symbols give those numbers meaning and context. The number 3 is just a quantity until it becomes a triangle, a chord, or an idea. The back and forth between numbers and symbols creates a rich tapestry of meaning that shapes our world. Patterns are the maps of our universe, guiding us through science and everyday life. This study isn't just for smarty pants, it's for anyone curious enough to look closer. By learning to see numerical symmetry and symbolic coherence, we join a big conversation with the universe. Imagine trying to find your way around a city without a map. Patterns give us clarity and confidence to find our way. The beauty of this language is its two-sided nature, the logical exactness of numbers and the expressive power of symbols. When we see both, we unlock new ways to understand and shape our world. The journey to understanding starts with seeing what's hidden in plain sight. Let's start figuring out the universe together. The theory of numerical symmetry and symbolic coherence, or TNSSC, is more than just a bunch of ideas. It's a planned trip into the very heart of patterns. TNSSC looks into how numbers and symbols are closely linked, creating a complete framework that connects the balance in numbers with the meaning in symbols. This series explains these ideas, making them easy for everyone to understand, from students to researchers. By studying numerical symmetry, we gain a deeper understanding of symbolic coherence, the logical connection between symbols and the ideas they stand for. TNSSC guides readers from basic rules to advanced uses, building knowledge layer by layer. Each volume is a step in building a big intellectual structure, encouraging new ways of thinking about patterns. This series goes beyond old-fashioned boundaries, encouraging teamwork across math, science, art, and philosophy. TNSSC is a call to action for thinkers from all walks of life to explore the universe's most basic language. Join this journey and find out how patterns shape everything we know. This text lays out a big and detailed plan for a multi-part book series called, which aims to expand this idea up to 25 times more deeply. This resource explains a 4-volume structure that focuses on bringing together and to really understand number patterns. The volumes cover basic ideas, advanced math patterns, geometric and symbolic patterns, and how these ideas apply to different areas like an architecture. Overall, this text acts like a table of contents or a development plan for an ambitious academic series that explains the of TNSSC. The first TNSSC book, it lays the groundwork, introducing the main pillars, number symmetry and symbol coherence. Number symmetry is shown using easy examples like palindromic numbers and repeating patterns in addition tables. Symbol coherence, on the other hand, is explored through the many ways we show the same idea, the number 5, the Roman V, or 5 dots on a die. These concepts are all closely related, showing how number patterns can become strong symbols and how those symbols are built on a symmetrical base. This book uses easy-to-understand analogies and clear pictures to build understanding, not to confuse you with equations. Readers learn to see the hidden symmetry in numbers and the strong structure that gives symbols their power. This book connects historical stories and real-world examples, making abstract ideas more real. In the end, readers get a new way to look at the world, seeing order in numbers and meaning in symbols. This foundation prepares them for deeper exploration in the next books. This journey starts with basic understanding, not complicated stuff. The first step of TNSSC is about seeing the world's patterns with new eyes. Volume 2 of TNSSC brings the idea of symmetry to life through arithmetic and algebra. It explores the commutative property like a plus b equals b plus a, not as a rule, but as a basic symmetry. Modular arithmetic, the math of clocks and cycles, shows how repetition creates predictable systems. These patterns connect to real-world cycles, from seasons to moon phases. Algebra is introduced as the language that describes and makes these number dances general. Variables become markers in symmetric relationships, making abstract patterns real. Readers see how simple formulas create sequences like the Fibonacci numbers, where each term builds on the last. Volume 2 turns observations into predictions, giving readers tools to picture and generalize patterns. Arithmetic and algebra become the dance steps of the universe. Volume 3 expands TNSSC into the visual world of geometry and advanced symbolism. It connects number patterns to geometric shapes, like perfect squares becoming actual squares. Tessellations and fractals show how collections of symmetry and self-similarity create amazing patterns in art and nature. The Mandelbrot set, born from a simple equation, becomes a symbol of endless complexity. This volume explores how shapes like circles and triangles get symbolic meaning from their mathematical properties. Across cultures, geometry becomes a language of eternity, strength, and unity. Numbers, formulas, shapes, and symbols are shown as different ways to express the same truth. The golden ratio appears as a number, a spiral, and a principle of beauty in art and architecture. Readers learn to see geometric forms in equations and symbolic meaning in shapes. Volume 3 completes the core theory, making the language of patterns both visual and conceptual. Geometry and symbolism become tools for seeing the hidden order of the world. Volume 4 of TNSSC brings the theory to life, using symmetry and harmony across different fields of study. In physics, the rules of symmetry explain how particles and the universe work. Chemistry shows how the shape of molecules decides their properties and how they react. Biology, on the other hand, displays patterns like the DNA double helix and the Fibonacci sequence in nature. Architecture and art use geometric ratios and symmetry to create beauty and stability. This volume connects aesthetic choices with mathematical principles, showing that function and beauty are two sides of the same coin. The principles of TNSSC become important tools for understanding and shaping our world. The symphony of patterns plays in every field, bringing science and art together. At the heart of TNSSC is how number symmetry and symbolic coherence work together. Number symmetry is the structure, the sequence, the pattern, like the order of even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8. Symbolic coherence gives meaning to these patterns, turning numbers into ideas we can use and share. Symmetry is the how, coherence is the what. Sometimes, a strong symbol inspires us to look for hidden symmetry, like Kepler searching for the math rules behind how planets move. Other times, finding a new symmetry creates a symbol, like the Mandelbrot set, which became a picture of complexity. The biggest jumps in understanding happen when these two meet, where new symmetries create new symbols, and symbols lead us to deeper math patterns. TNSSC shows that discoveries really grow when structure and meaning come together. Patterns become powerful when we see both their shape and what they mean. This connection is what drives new ideas in every field. The dance of symmetry and coherence keeps going, shaping how we think and create. TNSSC invites us to join this dance. The future belongs to those who can see the patterns and understand what they mean. TNSSC isn't just a finished idea. It's like a blueprint for a big, living school project. The 4 books are just the start, not the end. They're meant to inspire new studies and teamwork across many different subjects. Each part points to areas of study that can last a lifetime, from secret codes to how patterns in nature work. TNSSC gives us a common language, breaking down walls between subjects and encouraging a well-rounded education. Lessons in math, art, and science become connected, showing how all knowledge is one. This project is made to grow, changing with new discoveries and reaching into new areas. TNSSC is a call to build a giant church of knowledge with endless rooms that haven't even been thought of yet. The journey has just begun, and the future is wide open for anyone who wants to explore. To wrap things up, the real legacy of TNSSC is the way of thinking it inspires, a way of seeing the world as a web of connected patterns. It changes math from just memorizing to a treasure hunt for hidden order, linking equations to beauty in art, nature, and technology. For researchers, TNSSC offers a common foundation for working together and making new discoveries. In a time of big data and AI, recognizing patterns is more important than ever. The ideas of TNSSC can guide the creation of smarter and better systems, both human-made and machine-made. This theory is an invitation to see the quiet music of numbers, the hidden geometry in nature, and meaning in every pattern. TNSSC gives us a map and a compass, but the journey is ours to take. Your request is for Pola. This word seems incomplete or possibly misspelled, as it is not clearly found in the source you provided. However, based on the content of the source about numeric symmetry and symbolic coherence theory, TNSSC, there are several possibilities for what you might mean. Here are some interpretations of Pola along with relevant information from the source. The provided source has a section that summarizes the future and legacy of TNSSC. This section includes: it explains that TNSSC offers a new way to understand numbers and numerical patterns by combining numerical symmetry and symbolic interpretation. This theory has opened new avenues for research in various fields such as mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, and art, and has potential applications in cryptography, architecture, and education. This theory has had a significant impact on mathematics and science, and has inspired a new generation of researchers to explore the beauty and complexity of numbers. The future of this theory is considered bright, with the potential for formalization into a stronger mathematical framework for broader applications. The role of the research community will be crucial in pushing the boundaries of this theory. TNSSC is seen as a legacy that can inspire students to view numbers and numerical patterns in new and deeper ways if integrated into the educational curriculum. The hope is that TNSSC will continue to develop and make positive contributions to the world of science and technology and become a source of inspiration for future generations. The word is a key concept throughout the entire TNSSC book series. The sources detail various types of patterns in depth across several volumes. Here are the main types of patterns discussed. Includes in-depth analysis of arithmetic sequences, geometric sequences, and harmonic sequences. Advanced topics include complex arithmetic sequences and series and their applications in number theory and calculus. Discusses symmetrical shapes, tessellations or ETE, and fractals. Advanced topics include symmetry in multidimensional geometry and advanced fractals. Focuses on symmetrical polynomials and recursive patterns. These are discussed in detail in Volume 2. Examines symbolic interpretation techniques such as digit repetition and digit concatenation. Applications in cryptography are also explored. If you are looking for an introductory section or a prologue, serves as an introduction to the entire TNSSC series. The first chapter specifically introduces this theory. It is defined as a theoretical framework that integrates numerical symmetry with symbolic coherence to provide a deeper understanding of numerical patterns. This section also discusses its historical context and philosophical foundations. It explains the significance of this theory in providing new insights into traditional mathematical problems. In addition, its interdisciplinary relevance in physics, chemistry, biology, and art, as well as its future development directions, are discussed. To provide a more accurate answer, please clarify the term you are referring to. Are you interested in the concluding summary, epilogue, an explanation of various types of patterns, or the introductory section, prologue, of this theory? The greatest gift is the new questions it inspires for future generations. The future is patterned, and TNSSC gives us the eyes to see it.